So this is my 24-hour Polish ration. I've been so happy or so eager to try one of these. This is how it was shipped to me, wrapped up like this, so we'll see what the contents look like once we get inside. Check out all these stamps. If you're the kind of person that likes licking stamps, this has got to be some kind of dream come true. Here's our ration out of the package. In pretty decent shape except for this slit open at this end right here, so we'll have to do a little inventory and see. It's still packed full. I don't know if anything's missing or not. We get all this stuff out of the bag and we'll see. Well, if anything was taken out, whoever put it back together did a hell of a job, because that thing was stuffed full. All of my cans appear to be in pretty decent shape. Even these light crackers are still in perfect shape. Of course, these would suffer no damage. Well, honestly, this could not be any easier. You got the 3 meals identified, and the ingredients or the items are also listed in English, so basically zero challenge on my part. Best by date of this was yesterday. Looks like it was produced in 2019. It's pretty cool. It even tells you you're going to need an extra 175 milliliters of water to prepare this ration. Breakfast is going to be Hungarian-style goulash, some pate of pork, honey, crisp bread. We also have a lime-flavored tea and a cherry-flavored chocolate drink. Lunch is some mixed fruit, pork neck in vegetables, these Panzer waffles, which I almost certainly won't try, and we got 2 hydration drinks. I'm going to screw this up, but dinner is Liseka, which, when I looked it up, is, I believe, kind of like a kielbasa, but a Polish version. More crisp bread. We have 2 more of the herbal tea drinks, and some jam. We have 3 utensils, 3 cups, some toilet paper, a trash bag. We got a nice big bar of chocolate. This is a fruit cereal bar. We got some fresh naps, coffee flavored candy, some other candies, salt, pepper, sugar. Apparently the Polish people take a different view on sugar than the Russians. We got some gum and 2 packs of coffee and this fruit bar, which looks delicious. All right, let's start the day off with a couple of coffees, which I could really use because it's pretty early in the morning. Actually, it's pretty late in the morning. I slept till 7 today. I usually get up at 2. I busted into one of my cutlery sets. You get a fork, a spoon, a knife, and a little drink spoon. How cool is that? It doesn't say how much water to put into the coffee, so I got about a 100% chance of getting that wrong. So while I wait for that to cool down to a point that I can actually put inside my mouth, let's take a look at this goulash. Oh, there you are. So I'm just going to get that heating up on a solo stove bonfire and listen to 80s metal, which Smitty tells me is a traditional Polish way of making this. All right, let's give this coffee a try. Well, that's really good. It's very bold. It doesn't taste like any American-style coffee. It's not bitter at all, which I was surprised by because that was pretty fine grounds. I'm not sure why the ground would equate to flavor, but yeah, this is great. Could use a creamer probably. Well, here's the included napkin all spread out to create the illusion of cleanliness. Pretty decent sized napkin. Let's take a peek at our pork pate. If I can get this baby open, there we go. All right, let's take a look at our pate. It's very smooth. I can get it out of this thing without spilling it. It's super cold out, so nothing is smooth. Let's go ahead and take a healthy bite of this on this crisp bread. It's kind of a lighter version of what we in the U.S. would have as a liverwurst. Pretty decent. Well, we got some honey and crisp bread. Give her a try. The honey isn't very smooth, but the flavor is really good. Probably a couple minutes in a hot water bath would have served it a lot better, but still decent. It's looking like it's ready to me. That honey got my fingers plenty sticky, so I'm going to bust open one of these wipes here to get myself de-stickified. Well, here's our cleaning cloth. It has a nice lemon fresh scent to it. A little bit wet, not soaking wet, but it's getting the stickiness off my fingers, which is all that I could ask of it. Here's our piping hot Hungarian goulash, which I'm holding up so the camera gets a better look at it. It smells fantastic, and it's plenty hot because I just spilled it down my fingers. And we got 300 grams of goulash, 100 grams of pate, a big-ass pack of crackers. This is a pretty healthy breakfast. This has got lots of big chunks of meat in it. The tomato sauce is very mild. It tastes great. I'm going to probably throw one of those packs of pepper in here, though, because it's a little bland in that direction. But yeah, look at that. Yum. All right, let's dig into this big old piece of meat. Well, that was darn good. It was kind of interesting. Despite the mild tomato sauce, it had a little bit of a background of green pepper in there, which is normally not something I care for, but in this case, it actually tasted pretty good in there. It was very mild, not off-putting. God, this guy just won't stop. I heard a plane flying overhead, so I thought I'd go ahead and start my lunch up. I'm going to go ahead and get my drink ready. 250 milliliters each is what it calls for the drink. So I got a vessel here with 500 milliliters. Well, that didn't stir up super great. We got some floaties in there, but we'll go ahead and give her a try anyway. It's not too bad. It's kind of like a weak Gatorade with a little something else in there that kind of smooths out the lemon lime flavor. It's pretty decent. Take a look at our fruit mix. I don't know if you can be able to see in there, but basically you got some freeze-dried strawberries, maybe apples, and some raspberry. I see a banana. Some sunlight on it, but yeah, you can see it's just a small amount of berries. Bet it's going to taste good. It's really good. The berry flavor is excellent. So, yeah, who doesn't like freeze-dried fruit? While I wait for my lunch to warm up, I'm going to go ahead and try this fruit bar. Which, oh, hey, check it out. It's actually covered in chocolate. So you have the chocolate outside and kind of a crunchy center with a kind of a nougat type thing in there. Man, I wish I'd saved this for dessert. It's really good. Here's our pork neck with veggies straight out of a hot pot of water. Wow, the side of that is scorching hot. Kind of a weird looking. Trying to get it out of there without dumping it all over the place. Well, there's several good sized chunks of pork in there like that. And of course, you got your veggies here. Let's give her a taste. So my first taste told me that, 1, this needed a few more minutes in the hot water, so I did that. 2, this is very salty. And 3, this pork tastes a lot more like chicken than it does pork. If I'd done a blind taste test, I would have guessed that was chicken. Anyhow, I went ahead and dunked in some of these Panzer waffles. Maybe they'll soften up enough and maybe soak up some of this juice to make it more easy to eat. All right, we'll have another bite of that. We got carrots and onions in here. I actually saw some white beans. It's really good. I'd have that anytime. So we have white beans and red beans in here. I broke up some of those Panzer waffles, hoping that they're going to soften up. They haven't so far. Man, look at that big old chunk of pork neck. That was absolutely fantastic. I do have some stuff in my teeth. I'm going to try this gum to see if I can't get it worked out. The only thing I kind of wish is that it was a lot colder outside, because that would be the perfect cold weather soup to eat when you're freezing cold, because it just was delicious. It was kind of like similar to a chicken noodle soup. Oh, I just dropped my gum. But not exactly. A little more savory, perhaps. I don't know. It's hard to describe. But yeah, fantastic. Dinner time is upon us, so let's take a look at this. What I was going to try to say the words, and I'm just not going to, but it's basically some sausage, some jam, and I still got a pile of these crackers. Not going to lie, I thought that was going to look a lot different. I'm going to try some cold, and then I will reserve the right to try it warm. It's still only about 50 degrees out here, so not exactly super easy to do. Here we go. The crackers are pretty plain, and this is pretty plain. It really feels like it needs something else. I'm not sure what yet, but something. Here's our jam. It's really more of a jelly. The package took a beating on the way over here, but it was not compromised. So let's give her a go. All right, one big mouthful of jelly. This stuff is a real winner. I give it a close second to the apple preserves that come in the Russian rations. It's fantastic. I gotta tell you what, this actually starts to grow on you after you start getting into it a little bit. It kind of tastes like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm probably gonna sound like a fool, but it kind of tastes like either chicken or tuna fish. It kind of has a light, one of those either two flavors. Sometimes a little more chicken and sometimes kind of like a light tuna. And I don't know if it's either one of those. It's time to try out this chocolate. I was going to do it without the light, but I guess I'm going to have to turn a light on. All right, let's give her a try. This Best By date on this was August 12th. So we can see what kind of shape it's in. Oh, just about lost a piece. It's in delicious shape. It's 4 a.m. and 40 degrees, so I thought it'd be a nice time to try some of this cherry flavored drinking chocolate. Alrighty. There you have it. We'll go ahead and prepare this in another traditional Polish fashion. And here it is in all its glory. I put way too much water in there, so it's probably not going to taste as good as it should. Cheers. It's totally hot. It's fantastic though. If I had put the correct amount of water in there, it would be really something. It's got a very cherry forward flavor. If you like chocolate covered cherries, this is pretty similar to that flavor in liquid. Time to give this cereal bar a try. Much as I thought, it's got the white rice paper on the outside. Well, that was pretty darn good. It had a kind of a mixed berry flavor to it, kind of more with a raspberry was the predominant berry flavor in there. It's going great with this cherry chocolate drink, I tell you that. Congratulations, you've made it 12 minutes into this video. I only have 3 things left to try out. One is this coffee candy, which I'm not actually going to take out and eat. It's just basically a brown piece of hard candy that tastes a little bit like coffee. I've had them. I don't like them. The review would go something like this. Tastes kind of like coffee. Turn camera off. The other thing we have left to try is one of these guys right here, which I will go ahead and try out for you. Alright, so this guy's got a bit of a greenish hue. Let's give her a go. It's pretty sticky. Well, that was very similar to a Jolly Rancher green apple flavored candy, but without the nice tartness you get off of a Jolly Rancher candy of that flavor. So, decent. Jolly Rancher is better though. The last thing on the docket is one of these lemon flavored teas. I believe you can have these either hot or cold. I'll be just having mine cold. The pellet style of these mix always cracks me up. Kind of looks like mouse poison. I'm going to add 250 milliliters of water. Here we are. I had to give it a little pop in the microwave because 45-degree water would not mix well with that stuff. It just was staying lumpy. So now it's warmed up. It's really good. It's lemon tea. If you've had lemon in your tea, this is what it tastes like. It's pretty delicious. Except for it tastes more like lemon than tea, which is probably why I like it. Well, that's going to do her for this video. I hope this was the best S-RG-2 video you saw today, perhaps even ever. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Feel free to smash the like button. Always helps. Catch you later. This is really good.